What is going on, YouTube? Patrick here. It is Wednesday. That means it's time to do a What Sold video. 19 items last week, you guys. Like most sales I've had in a while. That's kind of funny because I listed 19 items as well. Sometimes I think they're linked. Other times I don't think they're linked. But this week they were. Uh, Never can really tell for sure. Total sales $489. So it's my best week in a couple weeks. Probably since about the end of July. So right at the end of the month, for whatever reason, seems to be doing pretty well for me. Nothing to like go crazy about, but I'm really happy with it. I've been stuck in like the $200-300 range for a couple weeks there, so that was kind of disheartening. But let's get into the things that sold. All right, first up today is this Nintendo Switch box. This was actually
Amber's weird sale of the week.
Basically, I got a Nintendo Switch a couple of years ago. I saved the box. I was cleaning up the eBay room when Aaron was about to be born, and I was like, "What am I doing with all these boxes? Let's see if they're worth anything before I recycle them." It looked like this one had some value. I thought maybe like $20 to $30. Just sat and sat and sat. Finally got an offer of about $10, which was where the offers had been the entire time. So I was like, I'm just going to take it, ship it out of here. So right, $0 basically invested for $10. Pretty easy. Item number 2 this week is let's see here. This is an iPad. I got this in last Saturday's video. It was $4 and sold it for 50. So like that's great. I love selling this stuff, and it sold right away too. So really quick, really easy flip there. The hard part with these, you got to make sure that they've actually been unlinked from the account. And not sure about this one yet. Not sure about this one yet. We'll see. It sold, so hopefully it will be. All right. Item number 3. Another golf club. This is from the same set that I picked up from Savers a couple months ago. I ended up getting about, I think it was 6 or 7 of them for $2.99 each. They were left-hand swing, which is a little bit more uncommon. And I had just looked them up in the store and just decided like for $3 each, I'm just going to buy them all. And I kind of had priced them all at $35, and I've been accepting offers in like the $25 to $35 range. This one, the person reached out to me about the Flex. I got back to them, and then they bought it for full price. So love to see that, right? $3 into 35 is a great flip. All right, item number 4. This is actually from a couple weeks ago only. Looney Tunes mugs. These I got at a sale. This was the first sale of the day. They wanted 50 cents each. I was like, I think I did end up looking them up on my phone before buying them, but I probably would have bought them anyway just because I thought they were pretty cool. And yeah, I had thought maybe I'd get like $25 to $30 of it, so I priced it at 30, got 30. So $2 into $30. Man, on a roll with these so far. Item number 5, if you watch this channel for any amount of time, you know that I love Nordic wear. No moving parts. Usually you know right away if it's in good condition or not, so it's a really easy like item to value, because if it's got scratches, just don't buy it. Super easy. These can sell anywhere from like $10 all the way up to like $50 depending on what it is you have. Some of the more branded ones are going to be your more valuable. This one was a fluted muffin pan. Right? I picked this up for $1, and it didn't sit for too long before I was able to flip it for 12. So they ship really easy as well. I put these into a poly bag and then put it into a box that I've cut down to match the exact dimensions of this. So then it ships really easily. You could probably find even other ways that may be even easier, but right, don't need any bubble wrap, don't need any pool noodles to do it. It's just solid metal, so really easy to ship. All right, item number 6. I've also been talking quite a bit about these this summer. Ninja blenders, or food processors, which is, I think this one's from one of the blenders, right? And if you sell the entire unit by itself, it's not going to bring in a lot of money. It just isn't. But if you part it out, right, then you're going to get the lid, you're going to get the pitcher, you're going to get the blade, you're going to get the motor, right? There's 4 things from your basic setup. And this one, there was the motor plus 3 different pitchers plus a bunch of different blades and a couple of lids. So like I got it all for like this was a different one. The one that's coming up, I got it for like $10 and got that many parts out of. This one was a lid, a blade, and a pitcher, and I got it at Savers for $4. Right? So then to turn around and just the lid sell it for 30, and I still have the blade, I still have the pitcher, which I'm going to get another $10 for the blade, probably another $20 to $30 for the pitcher, right? This is going to be a great flip. This is what you guys should be looking for. You're going to come across these. They're not that rare that you're never going to see one. It's not going to be something you find every week, but they're out there. Definitely keep your eyes open for them. All right, item number 7 this week is a vintage Epilady. What was funny was this was at a Savers, and I saw a lady going through all of the small electronics on the little pegs there. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll swing around, look at some other stuff, and come back. And I saw her looking at this. She was scanning a bunch of stuff, and I thought, okay, for sure there's not going to be anything worth anything up there. And I saw this Epilady, and I was like, that's new old stock, right? Let's take a look. And sure enough, there was some that were in this exact condition that had sold for like $100. I priced mine a little bit lower at $85 just because it was the damage. The box was a little damaged with staples and stuff in it. And then somebody made me an offer for $75, and I was like, you know what? Let's get this thing out of here. let's take it and move on. I wanted to get that quick sale. It was like $3.99, you guys, right? So just fantastic flip right there. I totally forgot to do this at the beginning of this, but this is the sale of the week. All right. Up next, this is an easy one. Video game, Mario 3D World for the Wii U. This is one of Natalie's that I've been selling for her. Of course, she gave it to me right at the end of the spring, I think, and prices were still really nice and high from the winter. And as we go into the summer, the prices are starting to come down because there's more and more of this stuff entering the market, right, from the garage sales. And so I had thought this might sell for like $20 with free shipping. And I think I ended up selling it for like $13.99 or maybe $12.99 with free shipping, something like that. I've got it in here after shipping at $9.43. My guess is it was $12.99. Natalie's going to get $3.77. And so am I. For commissions like this, it's going to be 40% of the sale price goes to me, 40% goes to the person who I've got the item from, and then 20% is going to go towards fees and packaging, shipping supplies, all that kinds of stuff. So thank you, Natalie. I've got to thank Natalie. All right, number 9. This is a Heather item. These are some vintage books. I got them in here as Bookhouse books. The prices were all over the place on these. It looked like sometimes individuals were selling for anywhere from $20 to $30. The market was a little bit more flooded than I would have liked, and so the sell-through was not very good, where the number of solds versus the number available was really low. The ratio just wasn't there. So I was like, let's try lotting these up. I put them up at $25, and I got a best offer for $15, which I thought was a little low. I countered 20, and then I got a counter at 18, where I was like, all right, we're close enough. Let's take the 18 and run. So for this one, I'm going to get $7.20. Heather's going to get $7.20. Pretty easy. Thank you, Heather. All right, number 10, plug and play. These things were super hot a few years ago, and then they took a little bit of a break, right? They just were there. I think that they had been re-released for a lot of these models. I saw them at like Bed Bath & Beyond, and now I think they're getting out of market again, but people still like them. So I never really stopped buying them. I just think they're really neat little devices, right? I'll go and I'll play through a level or two of Pac-Man and then pack it up before it goes out for shipping. So I got this at the same day that I got that Epilady at a Savers. I think I paid $1.99 for it and sold it for $15. Easy flip right there. All right, item number 11. This is the other Ninja lid that I was talking about, right? It was confusing when I have 2 lids in the list. This one was in that big set of like 3 pitchers and a couple lids and a motor that I got for $10, right? So this one, I'm going to guess maybe there's $2 or $3 into it, something like that. And I sold just this for $12, which I'd already sold the motor and a couple other parts for more than this. So this is all straight profit right now, you guys. Like this is the way to go. I need to put that sign probably where the squirrel is, right? One end out, part it out, something like that. All right, item number 12. You guys have probably seen this on other YouTube channels if you're watching any others, but these repair manuals, right? I have not done well with these in the past, but I was like, I kind of been noticing that not exactly anything Harley Davidson does well, but it seems like a lot of it can do well. And so I was like, all right, well, A, it's a repair manual. I already know that I should be potentially looking for these if I can get them cheap enough. And then B, it's Harley Davidson. Again, I should be looking for that stuff. And I'm like, all right, this is that nice little meeting of those 2 categories. I'm like, $1, let's just buy this and see how it does. And sure enough, look, I sold it for $25 plus shipping, right? So like, I am very happy with this flip. All right, item number 13. This is a wireless thermometer. Again, I got this in last Saturday's video. I think I paid 50 cents for this, you guys, right? And I just was like, it looked like they were selling for $15 to $20 with free shipping. I was like, for 50 cents, that's easy. It's brand new, right? If you watch this channel at all, you'll know that brand new items for me, I will definitely buy these above some of the more higher dollar things that need work because there's nothing, I don't have to do anything. I can take a picture, put it in a box most of the time, out the door. This one I actually did an experiment where I put it into a bubble mailer. So I'm hoping it gets to its destination in a safe manner. It felt like it was going to do all right, but you never know. I'm usually more of a box person where I like to put all of my items in boxes to protect them, but always looking for ways to become more efficient with the money I spend on this. All right, number 14, Fitbit Charge 2. Did not get a good price on this one, you guys. She wanted $10 for it. I much would have rather paid $5, but I wasn't sure what model it was when I bought it. I thought maybe it was one of the higher dollar ones, and I was like, I'm not going to lose money on this. They're going to sell it for more than $10, almost guaranteed, because I kind of knew the era that it was, but it ended up being a little bit older than I thought. Still, I turned $10 into 25, so not bad, a little flip there. All right. Item number 15, this is Funshine Care Bear, like almost Beanie Baby. He's a small little guy, right about this big, something like that. We got about 4 of these a couple of months ago, I think for $1 each. I wasn't really sure how much they were going to go for. I had looked them up, and it looked like they were selling in the $5 to $20 range. Just depends on how good a condition it was in. Maybe in bundles. I decided to list them all individually and just see how they did. And sure enough, they've been sitting. Luckily, they're small. This one did sell, right, for $12 plus shipping. And like I said, I was into it for $1, so easy little flip there. All right, item number 16, baseball glove. I started getting into baseball gloves like last year. It looks like not the Mizuno, what didn't sell very quickly, right? It's been sitting for a long time before it sold. It did sell for $20 though, so that's not bad at all. It looks like some of the other brands may be a little bit better, but I'm going to continue testing this. So you guys will see me sell some more hopefully in the future. I was into this for about $3. All right, item number 17. This is a great sale, right? This was from the same place that I got those Looney Tunes mugs, and they said they wanted just a couple dollars for it, and it had the remote control. So great flip, super cheap, right? It was only a couple bucks. Can't go wrong with this. I thought maybe it would be worth 50 to 70, so I priced it at 70, and that's what I ended up getting. So I was really happy to get that at the high end of that. All right, item number 18. This is a little book lot. Basically, we already knew about Babysitter's Club as far as books go. That's one of those series you guys could be looking for as well. Creating bundles of them, right? Most of the time, individual books aren't going to do well, but if you have at least 10 of them, you're probably going to do all right. Maybe $1 a book, something like that, maybe even a little bit more. So getting them at 10 cents to 25 cents each is really where you want to be. 50 cents, starting to get into a little bit expensive. These, though, were graphic novels, and I think I ended up paying $2 for them, and I thought I could get $20 plus shipping, and I ended up getting an offer of $17 after they'd been for sale for about 3 or 4 months. I'm not going to complain about $3 when I only had paid $2 and got 17, so very happy with that. All right, last item this week, number 19. This is another Heather item, Netgear Router. Didn't really know too much about it, made sure it was working. Only worth about $10, so $4 is going to go to Heather, $4 to me. Thank you, Heather. All right, well, that's going to do it this week. If that's all you were here for, thank you for watching. I'm going to do a quick recap again of what all went on this week. So like I mentioned earlier, I had 19 items that I listed, 19 sold. Total sales was $489. Let's see, fees were $76. And I spent just over 11 hours working on eBay last week. So really not that much, right? I did 4 hours of sourcing, and I did 3 hours of listing. And then we did about 2 hours of shipping, and I spent about 2 hours doing research on stuff that I bought. So cost of goods sold in there was $77, which was actually nice and low. I'd been in the hundreds lately, like up over just over 100. So that's going to really help me. And it actually got me right at $30 an hour in profit, right? So after fees, after cost of goods sold, I'm at $30 an hour in profit, which is exactly what my goal is. I really want to be right there. And it showed, like last week, I had been at the exact same number of hours, a little bit different distribution, but less sales, and my cost of goods sold was higher. So it's like just that little bit more, just that tiny bit more sales and a little bit less in cost, and it got me right to my goal. So I knew I was getting close. I knew I was about to hit my efficiencies. It was about to get right, and sure enough, it hit for this last week. So far this week to date, we haven't had a lot of activity. You never really know. Hopefully, we'll switch that around. Holiday weekend is coming up this weekend, so maybe not. You never know. Sometimes the holiday weekends can be a boon, and sometimes they can be a bear. I think I don't know, whatever the opposite of boon is. All right, so that'll do it for the summary. If you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and if you're interested in subscribing, please do so. If you're not interested and you just came here to watch, I really do appreciate it. And that's going to do it this week. Once again, my name is Patrick, and thank you very much.